If you're finally ready to start learning guitar in 2024, you need to do these 4 things. Now, I'm Andrew Seguin, I'm the founder of Acoustia.com, and I've taught thousands of students all over the world how to learn and play their favorite songs on guitar. Now, in doing this, and by learning guitar myself, I have learned a lot that you actually need to do to learn guitar successfully. So let's get into it, how to learn guitar in 2024. The first thing you need to do is decide what type of guitar that you want to actually learn. If you want to learn rock guitar, if you want to learn jazz, or if you want to learn fingerstyle or classical guitar. I wouldn't recommend going out and trying to learn both rock and fingerstyle guitar. I'd recommend picking which one you want to learn most first. Now, although I mostly specialize in fingerstyle and classical guitar now, when I first started playing guitar, I started on electric guitar. Now, if you're not sure if you want to be an acoustic or an electric guitar player first, I usually do recommend starting on an electric guitar. And this is because it's a little easier to play and you can start playing songs quicker. And that's really important if you want to learn guitar this year. You need to actually start learning song. If it takes you months and months to even play your first song, then you're going to get unmotivated. Now, that being said, if you do want to play fingerstyle and acoustic, obviously start out with an acoustic guitar. It all just depends what you want to do. The next step is actually choosing a learning method. Now, there's a bunch of different methods you can actually choose to learn guitar. There's Songster, Ultimate Guitar, traditional lessons, and obviously I'm a little biased with online guitar programs. Now, when it comes to any of these learning methods, there's one thing you need to do, and that is have step-by-step lessons. Now, when we structure everything at Acoustia, what we do is we set out steps so you slowly get better while learning songs, and this is what you should focus on when you learn guitar. So let's say you want to be a fingerstyle guitar player and you want to choose Songster as your learning method. What you'll do is you'll set out all the songs you want to learn, put them in an order so it gets easier and harder, and then after that, you're just going to learn the songs in that order. You want to make sure that everything's as step-by-step and easy. So the next thing is you need to actually choose a learning method and you want to make it as step-by-step as possible. Now, if you want to make the learning method a little easier, then I'd recommend checking out our programs that we have here at Acoustia, specifically our Guitar in 20 Days program, where you'll learn how to play 20 guitar songs in 20 days, step by step. Now, our Guitar in 20 Days program actually comes in 2 different versions depending on what type of guitar you want to play. As I mentioned earlier, there's fingerstyle guitar and then there's rock guitar where you normally play with a pick. So we have the standard version where you learn to play guitar with a pick, and the finger picking version where you actually learn to play guitar with your fingers. So no matter what you want to do, this program will actually teach you that type of guitar. Hundreds of people have gone through this program and started to learn guitar. Check out the comments or in the description to grab Guitar in 20 Days at a super discounted rate. Now, the third thing you need to do this year is make sure you're not forgetting about basic guitar technique. And what do I mean by this? Well, I mean what you're doing with your hands, how you're picking the notes, how you're playing the notes, and all of the things that people normally skip when they first start learning guitar. For example, when you're playing acoustic guitar, you always want to make sure that your wrist isn't laying flat on the guitar, because this is just a bad habit that's actually going to affect your wrist and make it harder to play songs. You also want to make sure that your thumb is behind the neck and that your fingertips are as curled as possible. Now, you can write these down if you want, but you want to make sure you're always thinking about these basic guitar techniques throughout the year, because it's going to make it easier for you to play songs and keep you motivated, because if you're not doing these things, it's going to be harder to play songs and it's going to affect your playing and get you unmotivated. So whenever you're playing this year, make sure that you're keeping all of the basic technique ideas in your head. Now, when it comes to electric guitar, here are a few things you should keep in mind throughout the year. The first thing is the type of pick you are using. If you're more interested in rock guitar and playing riffs, then I recommend smaller, harder picks, because then it's easier to get in between the strings. So if that's the type of guitar you're going to learn this year, I recommend your Jazz 3 picks. Now, if this year you just want to learn all about chords and strumming songs, then I recommend the bigger, skinnier picks, because this makes it easier to go back and forth on the guitar strings. So always make sure you're thinking about your basic guitar technique whenever you're learning songs throughout the year. The last thing you need to do this year is set big goals. There's a quote out there, and it's that the reason most people aren't successful isn't because they set big goals and miss them, but it's because they set little goals and hit them. But you want to make sure you have big goals for this year to really have something to push for. Maybe this is the year you finally start learning harder guitar solos if you're playing rock guitar, or the year you finally start playing those really cool fingerstyle guitar songs. So set big goals for yourself this year, but make sure you actually have a plan to get there. So that's it. Good luck playing guitar this year. Now at Acoustia, we've created over 20 guitar programs, ranging from things such as fingerstyle guitar to rock guitar and even classical guitar. If you're interested in learning through our step-by-step systems this year, I want you to check out the comments or in the description to grab some of our programs at discounted rates. Hope you enjoyed this video and good luck learning guitar in 2024.